Good morning. You are now tuned in to another episode of the Elife Power Lunch with Dr. Baruch and Kris Murray. I am your host, Kris Murray, and I'm here with very special co-host, Dr. Baruch.
Hey,
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I am well. I'm excited to be here. As usual, I'm always excited to be here, but that's because it's a great place to be.
Great. Well, we're glad that you're here with us.
Yeah. And let us introduce our guest for today. Miss Hadi is here. Hello, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, wow. Thanks so much for the invitation.
We have some exciting things today to talk about, and all of those things are under our topic of promoting health, wealth, and knowledge of self in one power-packed hour of information and inspiration. And so that's always a good thing. Another good thing is that it's Wednesday. And so you know what that means, you guys. Not only get 2 doses of the Elife Power Lunch, you get to come out tonight if you're free for the Health, Wealth, and Knowledge of Self webinar, web series. I messed it up.
It's fine.
Workshop series.
I got it.
Workshop. My phone started buzzing. Just like my mind went boom. The workshop series is going to be tonight. So we want you guys to join us at 6 p.m. if you want to come out and grab a bite to eat. Do that. But the presentation is going to start at 7 p.m. We'll be here to meet, greet, and share information with you and network after. So we're excited about that, and we hope you can come out and join us.
Yes, indeed. It's going to be exciting. I look forward to tonight's topic and bringing people out. I think more importantly, just bringing people out, having people sit in the room and be in the room, in the company of others who want to know more and who want to do better.
That's right.
Yep. So what's our hot topic of the day?
Hot topic. Not necessarily the most.
Not the hottest of topics.
Yeah, not the hottest, not the most upbeat. Although there are some hot entertainment topics, I'll spare you guys those. But there was.
You mean like Chris Brown and anyway? Yeah. Okay, go ahead to our hot topic, not their hot topic.
Okay, so our hot topic for today. There was a young mother of 2 who unfortunately passed away on Facebook Live. People are kind of talking about it, number one, because since Facebook Live is fairly new, it's something that we haven't in the past experienced. But I wanted to bring it up today because her mom actually spoke out about it. Definitely devastating for the family. Her dad just said he didn't even know how he was going to cope with it. But her mom attributed it to a thyroid issue. So I just wanted to bring that to the table to figure out really, who's in danger of it. Is that something that is long term? Was she struggling with that from before? Was it something that was just, onset? Just, she was surprised by it.
Well, the thyroid is a pretty critical organ, and we're seeing more and more of us are challenged with thyroid conditions and thyroid issues. And it's part of the endocrine system, which is significantly under attack, especially in the communities of color. And why I say that is the light goes out somewhere. Why I say that is because of our diet and because of what we do with our hair and because of our stress levels are critical with regard to the maintenance of our endocrine system. So let's start with our diet. That the amount of foods that we consume that have high levels of hormone in them are just really high. It's a lot. And we think about the dead animal flesh that we consume, as well as some of the other items that we consume that are on record for having high levels of hormones in them. So animal hormones, I would say, are probably more harmful even than the hormones that you're finding in vegetables. But specifically, we know that chicken is a major offender and dairy is a major offender. And we love chicken and we love dairy. As a matter of fact, I think we should be eating it. Like this, we think that we should have this every day. So now you add that to the chemicals that we're putting in our hair, especially as women. We're putting these chemicals in our hair that is changing the color of our hair, changing the texture of our hair, and doing all kinds of other things with our hair. And those chemicals are heavily dosed with hormones, or what we call estrogen mimickers. So these estrogen mimickers get into the endocrine system and they wreak havoc. So we know that can and does create a problem. We also know that there is a deficiency that is associated with the thyroid not functioning as it should. We have to make sure that we get sufficient iodine and potassium in our diet on a daily basis in order to support thyroid health. Another health issue is that can affect the thyroid is an unhealthy liver. So, it's a lot going on inside of the body, and it's a lot that we're contributing to. Then we add that stress, and the stress releases the adrenaline hormone throughout the body, and that shuts down all unnecessary bodily functions. So non-life-threatening bodily functions all shut down when you have that cortisol being released into the body. And many of us are stressed all day long, all of our lives, and it's no wonder we're able to live as long as we do as a result of the stress level that we carry on a daily basis. So those are some of the things that we're seeing, and what can we do to resolve that? One, potassium and iodine. If you're not getting sufficient levels, you need to make sure you're getting it. If you're stressed out, come out of it, whether it's your relationship or your job or the way you live or whatever it is, you need to come out of it, because trust me, it might seem hard to find another place to live. It might seem hard to get into a new relationship or either find a new job. But trust me, when you know that you're about to die, all of a sudden you reflect back and say, I could have done all of that. Mm-hmm. So let's do it before we get to the point of death. And the other is, again, modifying our diet. Begin to pull away. And as you pull away, you're going to find your body is going to respond appropriately, as the immune system is charged with the responsibility of supporting health and wellness inside of the body.
Right. Yeah, that information is certainly helpful, because once again, when we neglect to take care of ourselves, we can't help anyone else. And so that's usually the first thing, especially as women and as mothers. We're quick to put ourselves to the side, which, for a reason that we believe is for the sake of our family, but sometimes it can, have a negative result and put us in a position where we're not able to help like we intended to. But speaking of relationships, and I have to bring this up, our guest here has been in a 45-year relationship, and I think it's amazing. Married for 42. Ms. Atia, how are you today?
I am well again. Yes, a little stuffy, but I'm well.
Great.
All right. Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful. And I know you have your book here, so I definitely want to have information about that. But first, tell us who you are and what you do and all that good stuff.
Well, again, my name is Hadia Setepenra, and I am a teacher. I see myself as a teacher and a student and a messenger of life. And before I even get more into, well, it will tie into who I am and what I do. Is about the topic we were just speaking about, and Dr. Baruch was talking about how the emotional level really have such an impact on our health, and that is a gift that I have. We all have been given spiritual gifts, and one of my gifts is being a meditation teacher. So meditation and chanting and prayers and things of that nature really, really does help with our emotional body, our physical body, and our spiritual body, our entire body. Because as he was saying, everything ties in together. It's just not one area of your life. And this book that I have, Yes, Speak to Our Heart's Holy Spirit, is packed with tools that can help you get centered, help you to get focused into what will give you more of a healthy, happy life. Again, I'm Hadia. I am the owner of Hadia's Holistic Haven. I have a blog site, and let's see, what else would you like to know?
You mentioned meditation. How big of a role does that really play, or should it play in our everyday life?
Oh my! I would say it plays a part just as it's just as important as each breath we take. So we need breath to live. We need meditation. We need to find that time to center ourselves, to come into ourselves, so we can get the answers, so we can get into the right relationship, so we can eat the right food, so we can just be holistic, be who we truly are. So meditation is really high up there.
Okay. And when you say meditation, is that necessarily connected to a higher being, or is it just some time to kind of think and reflect among yourself? I guess that's how you say it.
Well, let's put it this way. In order for people to see this, what we are broadcasting now, you have to be connected to a right channel.
Okay.
You have to be on the right station. You have to be on the right vibration. So yet you want to connect to that higher self, because without the higher self or the higher energy, then what is it? Some people call it consciousness. Someone calls it the universe. Some call it God. There's many names, but yet you want to connect to that higher self. Absolutely.
Wonderful.
The meditation has been seen, for years. When I was young, yoga and meditation and some of the other spiritual sciences has been seen as this black magic. It's evil. What are we seeing now as we're seeing yoga studios pop up all over Washington, D.C., and we got folks meditating and now espousing meditation and recognizing that what we've always been doing when we pray is some form of meditation. What is changing in the minds of the folk here in the United States of America, here in the West, and as they embrace this thing that used to be spooky and they didn't understand it,
Well, there's an old song, there's been movies talked about it, books written about it. I think a lot of people are falling and realizing that what the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. And so it's almost like our spiritual duty to get in contact with our essence. And people want more. People are tired of fluff, if you will. And so people are really realizing that it comes from a higher self, that we need to connect to get centered so that we can be all that we are meant to be, because we are here for a divine purpose. Everyone has a purpose. And so when you start going through the same door over and over and keep revolving around, it's like Fred Flintstone or Jetson once was just keep going on the treadmill. At some point in time you need to get off and try something differently. And so actually meditation is an innate energy that's just waiting, for us to just come back and connect and remember who we are. Come back home to ourselves. Come back home to nature. Come back home to spirit.
Right. I love it.
And what is the origin? What is the origin of what you practice?
The origin of what I practice is, I call it soul meditation, because it's the focus of God. It's not it's not even a religious thing. It's not even belong to one group or another group. It's a soul thing. It's a universal thing, because that spirit dwells within each and every one of us. Man, boy, woman, child, whatever. It's connecting to that higher self. So I just connect with God and listen to the voice of God. That's what it is.
Right. I love it. And then your book, how does that help us sort of in that journey? Is it specifically to kind of give us a guide on this is how you meditate?
The book is packed with tools and exercises. It's full of stories, prayers, meditation, chants, and it's telling you how you can slow down and connect. It tells you how everything is energy, and every place we go, the food that we eat, the clothes that we wear, the places that we go, how we interact on a daily basis, how it affects our overall health, our overall mental, physical, and spiritual self. So in the book, it's just a gentle guide to remember, to how you can tap into it, and to remind you of what you're doing. That's okay, this is not quite what's going to take me where I need to go. And so it'll give you a guide to be where you want to be, to have that healthy, happy, holy life that we all want, to bring more peace, more joy, more harmony into our life. That's what we need.
Right, definitely. Most definitely.
Yes.
Is this your first book that you've written?
This is my first book. Yes.
And how long has it been since you've written or published this book?
This book came out in April of 2015.
Okay. And how are sales?
How is sales? Sales are growing.
Yes.
Yes, they are growing. So that's what we say. It's growing.
Right.
What do you do? What are you doing to promote, market, or support that growth?
Actually, word of mouth. I have on my website, in my blog, I list where you can find the book at. Recently, I was on Brother R's show promoting the book, and now I'm here. And, I love the way Spirit works, I'm a firm believer that things happen when it's supposed to happen. You meet up with the people when you're supposed to meet up with the people. And so that's what it's pulling me that way. So it's expanding as far how I'm promoting this book. So I really thank you all so much for this opportunity, and I'm just so excited about how Spirit is going to open up the avenues even more for the promotion to take place.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. If you could just give us your contact information, drop your website so people can go. You guys have some homework. Make sure you go check out the site and purchase the book. This is where it starts.
Yes, the website is www. I may have put in more than one, but it's 3 W's.
Right.
Hadiah's Holistic Haven. That's HADIAHS holistichaven.com. And the blog is, now you got to be ready for this because it's kind of long. It's part of the title of the book, but it's Yes, Speak to Our Hearts, Holy Spirit, HadiahsHolisticHaven.com. And I don't know if they can see it, but this is a picture of the book, Hadiah's Holistic Haven. And so there you have it.
Great. And are you doing any book signings in the future? Anything planned where we might be able to, get an intimate interaction with you and the book and the work that you're doing?
Well, it's sweet that you said that because my husband is my PR. He knows that, and I'm just putting him on blast now. And so he will be speaking with you, actually someone in your office, about perhaps having a book signing here. If that's so that's what I'm looking forward to.
Let's do it.
Great.
Awesome.
Well, again, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you so much.
A pleasure having you on and learning about you and what it is that you do. And please don't be a stranger. Come back through.
I'm family now. Thank you.
Great.
Definitely. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been another episode of the Elife Power Lunch with Dr. Baruch and Kris Murray. And don't forget, join us tonight, 7 p.m. We're going to be here for the Health, Wealth, and Knowledge of Self event, the workshop series, and we're putting our hand to the plow. Is that right?
That's right.
I got it right this time. We're putting our hands to the plow. We're taking action. So we want to make sure that you guys are here to join us because we're not just about the talk. We're trying to walk the walk. All right, guys. Until next time, we'll see you.
Thanks.
Bye.
I love your energy. You are